Hey guys, what is up? This video is a bunch of different clips of me coaching a gold player and how to play McCree. These tips are going to be helpful up until about diamond level. Now, if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Those would be very much appreciated. You can also find a link to my coaching in the description. Anyways, on to the video. There's no reason to go on a flank. If their tanks are dead, the reason why you flank is to get around tanks. Okay? If they don't have tanks, then there's no reason to go on a flank. You're just wasting time then. Oh, some aim hacks there. Okay, so if you're sitting there just to spam and not to actually try to get like a sneaky pick, there's no reason to sit there when you could just sit behind your shields.
Right.
So the only time you're gonna go on like kind of an off angle or a flank like that is if you're actually going for a kill, not just spam shots. Okay, so what is something that every single character in the game can do to counter your ultimate?
You hide behind walls.
Yep. So what does Sigma ult do for you that allows you to get off a good high noon?
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Pushes them up in the air.
Yep, and it doesn't allow them to get behind walls.
Right.
So a good combination is going to be high noon. So it lifts them all up in the air, and it denies them from being able to get back to cover. Okay, good high noon. Good kills. Okay, again, there on second point. Make sure that you're attempting to take high ground as much as possible. High ground's going to give you survivability. It's going to give you a lot of kind of options of who to be shooting and when. Okay, watch your health. Make sure requesting healing. You sat at 100 HP for a good like 10 seconds, which meant that you very easily got body shot by the Hanzo, whereas that would have required a headshot if you got healed up.
Alright.
Easy.
Wait on that.
Okay, playing a little bit. Oh crap! I went off of you. So we went a little bit far away from cover, left our team a little bit, and then that resulted in us dying. Make sure we're playing cover, and we're playing with our team.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're always going to be playing differently with different team comps, and we have to remember that we don't have shield tanks on our team, so we just have to play as though we don't have shield tanks. You just have to keep that in mind. Okay, very nice shots. Make sure you're not reloading though when you still have 2 shots left and you're shooting at an Ana. There's no reason to reload until you're out of the shots. Okay, so don't reload in the middle of a clip. Reload after you're done. Yeah, like if you're forced to reload or if you're backing up for some reason. But you don't need to back up if you're not low and you're still shooting at the Ana and you still have shots left.
Gotcha.
Nice. Okay, so that was an awareness death. We died because we weren't paying attention to the ball, who just emptied a whole clip into us. So, pay attention to when you hear sounds like shooting, when you see that your screen's turning red, and you'll be able to see the bullets flying at you, and there's a lot of different indications that you're being shot at. You just have to notice them and pay attention to them, and then that will allow you to react to them and then stay alive because of that.
Yeah, I feel like one general thing, no matter what hero I play, is just awareness.
And awareness
I think that's what every one of them.
Yep, and awareness is is the equivalent of real life turning your head and using your peripheral vision. and also listening to sounds. So if you walk through your everyday life and you never turn your head and you just stare straight forward, you never use the corner of your eyes, you are going to be running into a lot of different things. Okay.
Yep.
And you're going to be missing out on a lot of what's happening. So you need to look around you. You need to look to the sides of your screen. You don't want to just stare at your crosshair the whole time. Look at the ultimate charge, how much ammo we have, how much health we have, what are our abilities at, how many people are up and down in the fight. Is there anybody flanking us? Nice flick. Now, a time I would have liked to see you high noon is when you got beated. Are you gonna die if you just got Lucio beated? And you high noon?
No.
Nope. So it keeps you alive. It's like a tank ability. So if they're all pushing in and our Lucio beats, then we can just high noon and then get it off for free. What comp are they playing?
Dive.
Dive? Okay.
Well,
so when they're playing dive, we should not be playing on our own, because then that gets us dove. Okay. Now you've survived a bunch of the tracer dives, but that's just because the tracer's bad. Okay, you kill her twice, and that's not gonna happen there with every tracer. And if you expect that to happen with every tracer, then we're not playing the game smart. Okay, so that's an example. And then look at that example as well. Okay, so we get dove by monkey and we're dead. So when you know that they're running dive, we're going to swap up our play style so that we're playing more with our tanks in our team, because when we're with our team, they can heal us up. Our tanks can keep us alive. But when we're playing on our own, we have no survivability at all. Okay?
Alright.
Us surviving as long as we did is just an example of, just because a mistake isn't punished doesn't mean it's not a mistake. Okay? Just because you killed them a tracer twice doesn't mean that every tracer is going to be as bad as this tracer.
Right.
Or that you're going to hit those shots every time. Make sure that you're not pushing past your entire team into their team. And because you're a McCree, you don't have a ton of survivability on McCree. You have to play safer. You can't just walk into their team.
I guess I'm kind of out of what's meta. I don't even really know what's being played right now or what the best characters are in the meta.
Which it really doesn't even matter, because up until
Not at this rank, yeah.
no, not any rank. Okay.
Oh, okay.
No rank will matter in a ranked environment. The characters that you play do not matter. As long as you know how to play those characters, you can get any character to any rank. There are Mercy 1 tricks at 4400. I know a Moira player who hits 45 every season, who does nothing but DPS. There are DPS means of every single category who make it to top 500. So it really doesn't matter what hero you play in ranked, as long as you know how to play the game correctly. Now, once you get into team play, where you're playing in a team environment where you know the other people you're playing with, and you're playing outside of ranked, then that's where meta starts to actually matter. Though you might actually
like
have
actual tournaments or something like that,
Yeah.
too.
Don't actively seek to hunt the tracer, okay? Let tracer
Right.
come to you, because time that you spend going to chase down tracer is time that the tracer's distracting you and distracting your team. Okay. So if tracer comes to you, then great, shoot at her, make her go away, or kill her. But if she's really far away from your team, don't try to go hunt her down. Because then that's time that you're letting slip away. Because if you're sitting there without shooting anything for 3 seconds, that's time that you could have been shooting at something.
Everyone dies. I need to recharge.
Nice headshots on this end. So there, you might wanted to push up there a little bit faster, because you're sitting outside of your effective range. You just want to make sure that you're remembering that you have fall off damage. So the further away you are, the less damage you're going to be doing. So sitting super far back on the other high ground just meant that you weren't doing a ton of damage.
Alright.
Okay, so standing still. I believe you stood still twice there, and then the one time you took a lot of damage from it, and the second time you died to it. And then you also peeked and stood still off of the edge where lots of people could see you and shoot at you. Okay, so make sure that you're moving around, you're not really standing still, and that you're not peeking out into the open when you're 7 HP.
Okay.
Don't move.
Good job. Okay, maybe crouch. I would say add in crouching, because a better tracer might be listening for you. And then if she hears that you're walking close to her or walking close to the door, then she's gonna be looking at you right as she turns the corner.
I should have killed him a long time ago. My aim was all over the place.
You also, he shot a shot at you. You were low from the tracer,
Let's
so
start over at the beginning.
you got shot at, but you still tried to take the duel. So make sure that when you're low, you're backing off and you're not attempting to still fight it.
Everyone dies.
Okay, if you need to go touch, it's not a time that you should be going for the rotate, because then you don't have a chance to actually touch point. So you might want to think about swapping off McCree to go stall characters, and then also just keep going out right side. Don't try to run around to the other side.
Okay.
So if you look at Soldier's gun, if you just like look at the ground here, so the first 6 shots of your gun are going to be perfectly straight, and then from there it is going to spread out. So we're going to see it go straight, and then now you can see that the shots are going to start to spread out a little bit. So straight, 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 and now they're starting to spread out. Do it one more time. Straight, straight. Now they're starting to spread out. You can see it on the screen. Okay. So if we are playing at a far, it's not gonna matter when you're right up close to people, but when we're at far range, it's gonna matter a ton. So if we come down here, they're shooting at this guy. Okay. And we can't even finish him with a full clip here. Now we're gonna shoot at them again, but this time we're gonna tap fire to where we're shooting them 6 shots, 6 shots, 6 shots, 6 shots. Okay. That way we're getting rid of the spread. Okay, so we can now we're getting a lot more consistent value for our damage here. So we can finish them off, and all these shots are straight now. Okay, so 6 shots. And when you're right next to people, then it doesn't matter as much. Okay, because the spread's gonna hit them no matter what, anyways. Yep. So right here might be a really good place to start off on this map. So just kind of chilling here. Make sure that evaluate their comp real quick. Make sure that they don't have things that can get to you super easily. Watch to see if anybody's coming high ground. You're just looking for poke and survivability, because if you can distract them and they looking at you, then you're gonna be getting free value that way, and then you can also have the potential to get kills as well.
Gotcha.
Stop the payload.
Okay, so we had a Widowmaker, we hear a Zarya, we see a Ball, we see a Genji, we see a Mercy. So we're just calling that all out to ourselves in our head. Okay. So there, maybe just back off on the high ground rather than giving it up. Okay. Remember, it's not like 3 shots. You're not just shooting 1 or 3. You're shooting 6. Okay, so you can hold it for a bit longer. And then at a close range or a medium range, you're not going to need to do that at all. Okay, decent ult. Big thing here so far, make sure you're watching health bars and you're using Helix to finish off kills. Okay, Helix is really good as a burst damage to kill things fast. So that's how you're going to want to use it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it useful. Hopefully you learned something along the way. If you did like it, make sure to hit the like button, and if you haven't already, the subscribe button too. That way, you'll get notified when my videos go live. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and all my other socials are in the description. Bye!